Hey, I just wanted to ask about the traffic tickets and whatnot. Doesn't it always come down to, basically they're trying to say that I broke their commercial codes or their codes, and basically it's
breach of contract. You're in breach of a contract. That's all it is.
No, I'm asking.
They're enforcing a policy on you. It's policeman. It's a policy. They're just enforcing their policy, their code. You're just in breach of a contract. That's all. They're just saying that you signed a contract to do a certain thing a certain way, and you're in breach of that contract. And there's certain stipulations and penalties you have to go through now for being in breach. That's all. It's just like if we were laying bricks for a living, and we do 10 bricks a day. We only did 8, and we had a contract to do 10. And obviously, we're going to be penalized. They're going to say, well, we're going to deduct this much from you, whatever. This is how much you're going to give us. And because breached the contract. It's just a breach of a contract. You don't have to have the contract. You don't have to be, like I said, you guys, on Thursday, and I'm sure Dan probably drilled it to you guys still too, the word shall means eventually you shall have it, but the government can't order a man to do anything. The creation can't order us, and there is no code that says we must. It says we shall have a driver's license. And shall mean sometime in the future. Sometime in the future, the government will rise, and sometime in the future, the man will be the slave of the government. But right now, at this point, it's not that way. So guess what? You shall have a driver's license. But right now, we can't force it on you. But someday in the future, maybe we will, and then we'll take that word shall out, and then it'll be you must.
Well, I want to collect on these tickets.
What?
You and everybody else.
Well, I'm asking them. Okay, you're saying I broke your code. You bring forward somebody who's claiming that I
Why
was
are you speaking
acting
to anybody?
as an agent.
Why are you speaking to? Who said you broke the code? You didn't break the code. You did not break the code. Nobody's saying you broke the code.
Well,
the code says that someday in the future you shall have a driver's license. You believe that you broke the code.
That's why they gave me the ticket, right?
No, because they did. I would give you a ticket. I'll give you a ticket for breaching a contract. You're not in breach of a contract. But if you're stupid enough to say, hey, you know what? Hell, man, it's easy to get money from these people. Why? Because these people believe they have to have a driver's license. Why? Because they believe the code says so. It's like, oh, go ahead, Mr. Officer, read the code in open court.
Wow.
All persons shall have a driver's license. Say, there you go. You stand up, say, leave, Judge. Say, bye-bye, Judge. What?
Yeah.
You just heard what he said.
Everybody here, that's how you beat a traffic case right there.
Everybody heard the cop say, you shall.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye, Judge. You know the word shall. You know what it means. I shall get on it. I shall do it soon. I shall leave this building, and I shall pursue obtaining a driver's license. I shall do it. Bye-bye.
So the best
I shall return.
The best I can hope for is just that the ticket be discharged.
Tell them to read the effing code. Tell them to read their code in open court. And when they say all persons shall have a ticket, say, bye-bye, Judge, I'm going to shall go get it. I shall return. I shall. Judge, I did not break a code. I did not break a law. I shall return. Bye-bye. What more do you have to say? The cop already presented. The cop brought the law into the court. The law has not been broken.
Simple.
How
man.
tough is this to understand?
Yeah, that's real simple.
Oh, it's not tough to understand. What I'm trying to find out, Karl, is how do I get my check?
Stop worrying about the check because you can't even handle the word shall. You can't even say bye-bye to the judge without getting into an argument with the lady and being held in contempt of court and going to jail. I don't know how many days you spent in jail because you just couldn't keep your mouth shut or tell them, look, present the law to the court.
I'm working on it.
I tell you, I'm not working on it. This is simple. What do you mean working on it? This is all I tell you guys. I don't care about the facts. I don't care about the evidence. The only thing I want to see in court is the law. Now, the cop says, this is the law. Good, cop. Read it. You shall have insurance. Okay, bye-bye, Judge. Is there anything else you want to say? Well, you shall have a driver's license. Okay, bye-bye, Judge. We're done? We're done. I shall go get it. I shall start working on it. I shall start pursuing it. I shall return. The judge knows what you're doing. The judge isn't stupid because the judge knows, like I know, there is no way in the world the government can ever order a man to do something. Can't be done. Now stop this. When you can't even handle that simple little, what did it take me, 1 minute and 17 seconds to say that? You can't handle that, and then you say, well, I want to know how I start collecting on my check. What are you talking about? You can't even handle this 1 minute, 17 second little kitty that I just did. without getting your butt thrown in jail for contempt of court. The cop brought the law into the court. You said there is no breach of the law. There's no breaking of the law. There's no violation of the law. There's no intrusion on the law. There's nothing there. I didn't do anything. I'm in total, full compliance with what just came out of his mouth. And you're done. Just tell him to read the court in open court. That's what I did. Go back to when I answered his very first calls. And I still have, I got to scan it, but I'll put it on my website. What's the very first thing I told you guys that I did in one of those cases? I said, Judge, when are you going to allow me to present the law into open court? Whose law? My law? No, your law. Your law? What law? Law 46.2, driving in reverse in the Commonwealth of Virginia. When are you going to let the law be before the court? I could have been done with this case in 2 minutes, Judge. We've been doing this for 40 minutes now, presenting the facts, presenting the evidence, the judge testifying, the cop testifying, everybody giving testimony. This is baloney. Read the law. Can I present the law to the court, sir? I printed it out at 9:05 a.m. before I got here this morning. I still smell the fresh ink. Paper's still nice and warm. I got 4 copies, one for everybody here. Can I present the law to the court? And he was like, well, that's okay. I've got a laptop computer here. I'll pull it right off the Virginia website. So that way there's no misinterpretation. Oh, like I altered the document. Like, oh, you're just insulting some more, sir. Go ahead and I forged the document, and I'm crazy enough to bring it into court. Yeah, but go ahead, pull it off the internet. And then when he read the law, he said it's lawful to drive in the Commonwealth of Virginia if you blah, 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 blah. That's what he did. He went, huh. You didn't break the law, did you? No. Case dismissed. I said, no, it's discharged. Well, I'm going to explain to you the difference between legal and lawful and explain to you the difference between dismissed and discharged. I said, I better not ever be brought back into this case, into this courthouse ever again for that claim. I said, I ain't got time to sit around here and sue you people for what you just did to me. I got a state to go fry. But don't ever interfere with my right to travel ever again in this Commonwealth. And the cop ran out of the hallway. The cop ran out of the hallway. He said, oh, my God, what did you just do? What did he read? You read it. It's right in your book. You're a code enforcement officer. You've been doing this for 30 years. You teach all the recruits in the county. You don't read it. Well, I said, you wouldn't accept it. I tried to hand you your law when I walked into the courtroom. You just curled your nose up at me like I was trying to hand you a pile of shit. It's your shit. It's your code. It says right there. I did not break any law. Have a nice day. Goodbye. And I said, oh, let me tell you what. If you ever see me in your county ever again doing 90 miles an hour, I said, no, 900 miles an hour. And I'm doing it in reverse. And I'm going through stop signs. And I'm doing it recklessly like I was doing it a month ago. If you ever interfere with my right to do that, I am going to lean you up. I'm going to take your pension. I'm going to garnish your paycheck. I'm going to own this county. Don't you ever interfere with my right to travel. He says, how are you going to do that? I said, the same way I beat you in court this time. He said, I never lost in court. Well, you lost now. How do you like it? I swear to God, people, it's that simple. Bring their law into the court.
Did you put it in writing, Carl?
Let them read it on person upon the record. Let them press their law onto the record, and it'll clearly indicate, clearly show there's no breach. There's no breach of the contract. There's no breaking of any law. There's no violation of any code. I'm done. I'm out of here. Why did you waste my time?
Did you put it in writing before you went into court, Carl?
Absolutely
not. Did you just
Absolutely not. It was going to take me 2 seconds. I was going to just hand them the law. Their law. Whose law? What law? My law. Yo, your law. Law? What law? Your law. Read it. I printed it out. The only thing that moves a case is the law. I don't give a freaking fuck about your facts. I don't care. Yes. He said, did you drive in reverse? Yes. Did you do it recklessly? Yes. Did you go through stop sign in reverse? Yes. Did you fail stop? Yes. When the cop put his lights on, did you stop for him? No. Did you keep proceeding and refuse to stop? Yes. You did all those things wrong. Absolutely. Did I break the law? No. And they're like, you're crazy. Yes, you did. Okay, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you in court. I don't care. I'm going to send your law into the court, and I'm going to walk home. I'm telling you, I'm going to be done in less than 2 minutes. I do it all the time.
Right, and that's why people got to realize, Carl, it's law, it's legal and law, and that's the difference.
Right.
It's like
but even
illegal.
But even in their legalese code, it's always future tense. You can never violate their code because it's never happened yet. I would have to jump in a time machine, do it, come back, prove I did it, like hold up a newspaper, the New York Times of 2020, of October 5th, 2020, hold a newspaper, commit the crime, come back, then say to the guy, look, I did it in the future. That was like that, what is that, Tom Cruise movie?
Oh,
where guessed what you were doing in the future, conjecture, and then they found you guilty, and they put you in prison before you even committed the crime, whatever that thing was called.
Oh,
But that's basically what it is. Right, whatever it is. Right, there you go, minority report. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, that was it.
There you go. And that's basically the thing. You shall do a crime in the future. There you go. Now you're going to jail because there's that word shall or will. Will is also a future tense.
Yeah.
You will commit this crime, so you're going to jail now. Ha! Because, see, they can't get you. They can't get you because their law always says will. Their law always says shall, or their code always says will and shall. It never happens. So they're going to look into the future. See, you did it, you're guilty, you're going to jail. Ha ha. We finally got you people. Ha ha. We finally got you under control. Because the government has no power over a man. That's why all their orders and courts and all these things say shall and will. Just Google shall and will. Just Google it. Just say future tense. Is it a future tense word? Just say yes. That's all. You will have a driver's license. Okay, I will. Bye, Judge.
I found it.
You will come to my court next. You will come into my court next time with a driver's license. Okie dokie. You will appear next week. You betcha. Just like I said, you'd be a little smart ass to your mom and say, "I'll go shovel the snow tomorrow, Mom." And then tomorrow comes, 12:01 comes. Mom says, "Okay, it's tomorrow." No, Mom, it's today. Tomorrow is like at 12:01 and 24 more hours, 23 hours and 59 seconds. Tomorrow never comes, Mama.
Right.
I will appear next time in your court with a driver's license. Yeah, I sure will. I sure shall.
And be shall again.
Yeah, and keep showering.
Keep showering, and then, it's going to keep going on, and they're going to get tired of you, and then that's it.
You're totally in compliance with what he wished, what he ordered. There you go. So stop worrying about, well, how do I cash my check now? How do I make a claim for a check? Why did you just try winning a couple of cases? Because that one guy actually had somebody do an NCI background check on me. I think his name was True Freeman. And he says, "Carl's telling you the truth, man. He's got like a rap sheet like 10 feet long, man. Every damn traffic thing, man, he's always beaten since he's been a little kid.